You know, one thing I'm learning about happiness as I get older is that nothing outside of you can make you happy, right? Like, nothing outside of us can make us happy, right? What do I mean by that? Right? Like, no goal that you set and achieve can make you happy. No amount of money can make you happy, right? Nothing that you buy can make you happy. And most importantly, no one, no person, other human being can make you happy, right? Happiness is purely internal, right? And what's making me realize this is, you hear a lot of people say stuff like, I wish I was a kid again, right? When I was a kid, I was super happy, right? That was my most happiest time, right? Hold on a minute. That was my most happiest time, right? And I'm just like, right, right. I think about it too, like, bro, when I was a kid, I was so happy. Like, I was so happy. But when you really think about it, was you really happy as a kid though? Like, all the time? Like, really think about it. Like, it's always easy to remember all the good stuff, but let's think about the bad stuff. Right? How many nights did you spend like wishing you wasn't a kid no more? And me personally, I didn't have the happiest childhood. I didn't have the worst childhood, but I didn't have the happiest childhood. Like, I wasn't that happy as a kid. Like, I love being an adult right now. I love having control of my life. As a kid, you don't have no control of your life. You just kind of deal, playing with the cards that you have in your hand currently at the time that you were born with. Then as you get older, you can swap them cards out. I'm not saying I didn't have a lot of great moments as a child, but I was not just this happy kid that I could say, I wish I was a kid again. Because I'm happy as I ever been right now. And why? Because I'm learning what happiness is. Right? Most kids don't care about eternal figuring yourself out and learn. Kids don't care about that. Right? All kids care about is the outside world. Right? Everything is new. Right? My daughter, she one about to be two. Everything is new to her. Like, every bird that fly by, every plane that fly by, she's just so amazed, and she stops. She's just like, Daddy, look, bird. Daddy, look, plane. I'm just like, right, like, a lot of humans, we get envious of kids because we like, dang, look at you. You happy about all this crap that to me is just normal now. Because it's external stuff. External stuff only can give you a boost of happiness. And mainly new stuff, right? That's why you got the honeymoon phase in relationships, right? That's why every time you go shopping, you feel good for an hour after you buy something, and then you go back to your original state, your eternal state, right? Because external stuff can't make you happy, bro. Like, it just cannot. Can't nobody, you cannot put your happiness in no one else's hands because nobody can truly make you happy. I'm not saying people can't support you, add to your happiness. I'm not saying money, success, all of the worldly things are completely bad. They can add to your happiness and support you, right? Having love in your life, having people that care about you deeply, right? Having goals that you set, it gives life more meaning and purpose, right? But ultimately, the outside stuff is not what's going to make you happy. It's that eternal purpose, right? That eternal meaning, internal meaning that's going to make you happy. And that's one key thing I'm learning, right? So if you're watching this, think about it. I don't find myself depressed so many times, right? I find myself falling down and being depressed. But now I'm learning when I continue to move forward and I stay moving, like literally moving, and I don't sit with my thoughts for too long, I don't sit around too long, I never get depressed. Right? I once heard Jose, his channel Teaching Men Fashion, he said he never been depressed or never dealt with anxiety. And he said due to the habits that he have in place. And I remember I watched that, I'm like, man, that's some bullcrap. I'm like, there's no way you just never been depressed, you never dealt with anxiety. But that dude's a millionaire, right? So clearly he's disciplined and stick to his habits on a daily basis. And that's what I've been doing as of recently. So now when I feel myself falling, instead of withdrawing and going into isolation, I lean more into my habits. I rely on my relationship with God. I pray every single day. So instead of stop praying, instead of stop eating healthier, not healthy, I'm getting there, but eating healthier, instead of stop working out, I continue to do it. And I realize it's like I get over the humps way easier. I don't fall. that far no more. I don't. And I'm telling you this right now. Yeah, I got a video that I did when I was in a dark place, right? It's called I'm in a dark place right now, but I'm not giving up. And during that time, I had stopped doing everything. Like I struggled just to do that video, right? And you can watch it. I'll put it in here. But watch this first because this is me now. This is me trying to be happy now. That's me in a dark place. This is me now. So, but as of recently, that was like a few months ago, I haven't fell back into that. But I have been getting close to like, you feel me? I've been getting signs and signals that I might fall again. But this time I just said, you know what? Let me just hang on and continue to do what I do. Let me hang on and continue to move forward. Let me still do my push-ups. I don't feel like doing it. Let me still get up at the time I set. I don't feel like doing it. Let me still pray before I go to sleep. I don't feel like doing it. I didn't feel like doing it last night. Right before I get in the bed, I get on my knees, I pray. I didn't feel like doing it. I was like, man, I could just hop in the bed and pray in the bed. Right. But then I said, you know what? Let me just do it. And I woke up motivated, right? Like, so motivation, happiness is internal, bro. It's about knowing that you doing what you're supposed to do, knowing that you controlling the things that you can control. Nothing outside of your control can really make you happy because it's not in your control. Other people is not, bro. Other stuff that you want to buy, money, you don't know how much money you're gonna make. You don't know how much time you got on earth left. Only thing you know is the person that you is right now. So if you're watching this, look, happiness is very important. And don't get me wrong. All I'm saying is the stuff that we think is happiness is not real happiness. External stuff is temporary boosts, right? They're not true happiness. And I'm also not saying that true happiness means you just gonna be smiling, happy go lucky all the dang time. That's not what I'm saying either. Happiness is understanding yourself and knowing your patterns, knowing what makes you depressed, knowing what makes you happy, knowing what gets on your nerves, knowing how you are wired. How did God design you? Knowing that for me is what's making me more and more happy. Because now when I feel myself getting sad, I don't let it get worse than what it is. It is what it is. You're gonna feel sadness. You're gonna feel joy. I heard Jim Carrey talking about that one time. He was like, I'm never depressed no more. Right. And he said, but I feel happiness. He said, I feel sadness. I feel joy. Right. But I'm never depressed no more. For his reasons was because he said he accomplished all his goals and success. He had no more attachment to that. So now he just let himself be. But that's ultimately what it is, understanding yourself eternally and letting yourself be. It's not easy though. I'm not saying it's easy by no means, by any means. I'm not saying it's easy, right? Because I'm still learning it and I'm still practicing it. But ultimately, heroes, or hero, you right there, you the one that's watching this video all the way up to this point. Ultimately, you will find real happiness if you keep seeking it. And I could tell you, I'm not boosting none of that. Right now, I am happy because I am learning how to be happy. And you can too. Peace out, hero.